What's going on, people? Hope you're having a beautiful day. But before we start this video, fitness myths. I checked out some fitness myths on the internet, and which some of you guys sent over to me on Instagram itself, which I wanted to answer because there's so many things that are misleading and which give people the wrong information. So I'm gonna have a go at just busting these myths. So number one, eating carbs after 8 p.m. makes you fat. Okay, I'm gonna put the logic behind this right now. Okay, so it's 7:58 p.m. You're eating your fries, you're eating your rice, you're eating anything high in carbs, you're eating your naan, you're eating your, you're eating anything high in carbs at 7:58 p.m. Okay, and at 7:58 p.m. you can eat as many carbs as you want till 7:59. You can eat as much as you want till 7:59, and then soon as you're done, if you're done by 7:59, you're gonna be completely shredded to the bone. You're gonna have a freaking six-pack. You're not gonna gain any fat at all, only until you eat at 7:59 p.m. But once the clock hits 8, each and every carb is gonna go to each and every fat cell. Your number of fat cells is gonna increase. You're gonna get a gut. You're gonna look like you're gonna have a complete beer belly, which is not even cause of beer. So yeah, just think about the logic behind that. Like if you eat after 8, you're gonna be completely fat. So regardless of the time you eat, it does not matter at all. Like you can eat at 8:40 if you want. You can eat at 9:35 if you want. You can eat at whatever time you want. The only way you will gain weight is if you're in a caloric surplus. If you eat more calories than what your body burns on a daily basis, that's the only way you will gain weight. So you can eat your food at whatever time you want. Second question, you can eat a Big Mac from McDonald's and still get shredded. Yes, this is true, because yes, it does not sound right, but there's a positive correlation with, you can probably assume that a person who always eats a Big Mac from McDonald's, eats fries all day, you're probably gonna picture a guy just who's morbidly obese, just messed up my video. Fuck. But you can probably just imagine that a person who's only eat burgers and fries is going to be someone who's going to just be chugging burgers or stuffing his mouth just full of burgers. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You can actually still eat a burger and fries every day and still get shredded. Provided that you're in a caloric deficit, you will still lose fat. Provided the caloric value of the food you eat is less than the caloric value of what your body burns on a daily basis, you will lose fat regardless of what you eat is McDonald's, regardless if you eat a pizza. As long as you're in a caloric deficit, you will still lose fat. The only problem with this is that these foods are generally just low in volume. They're very calorically dense, so when you eat them, they're not going to fill you as such, to a certain extent, and it's going to be a tiny fish in the ocean. So what I suggest is if you want to eat this, try eat it as much as you can, but make sure you surround yourself with high volume foods. You can still eat junk food and still get shredded, but of course, it's better to keep a balance. Eat 70% of your foods from healthy foods and 30% from your McDonald's. If you don't get sore, you didn't train hard enough. Unfortunately, that is not true. Training intensity does not matter on how sore you get. For example, when you first start training, it is expected that you will get sore because when you first start training, whenever you go intense, muscle cells are being broken down, and once they're being replaced with bigger muscle cells, which could be more adapted to the intensity that you train at. Over time, your body is going to get adapted to it, and there's going to be points where you occasionally won't get sore. Occasionally you do get sore, especially leg day. Literally every time I train legs, my ass cheeks are gone every single day. So so muscle soreness is not a good indicator of how hard you train, because over time your body is going to get used to it. So don't let that deter you from thinking whether you had a good workout or not. If you didn't get sore, it's all good. It's probably even a sign that your body is probably even being adapted to the situation. If your diet is healthy, it's guaranteed that you're going to lose fat. So suppose I wake up for breakfast now. I'm going to eat my broccoli and my salad. I'm going to have a nice orange juice. I'm going to have a nice avocado toast. I'm going to have some, I don't know, chia seeds. I don't know what those are. Chia seeds, some other seeds, some avocados. Lunch, I have broccoli. For dinner, I'll have my eggs, I'll have my salmon, I'll have my fish, I'll have my vegan salad. I don't know, technically, you know what, you get the gist. So supposedly, you're gonna think that, oh, I've eaten this much, I've eaten this healthy, that just means I'm gonna have a healthy body, I'm gonna lose fat now just because I've eaten healthy. But the thing is, the caloric value of that food could just be higher than what your body burns on a daily basis. So 3,000 calories of broccoli. I don't know, I'm always on about broccoli, but 3,000 calories of broccoli, of salad, could have the same external effect as 3,000 calories of burgers, fries, pizza. So like the external effect is going to be the same. Of course, it's better to keep it healthy, like for internal health purposes, but like provided if you eat a lot of salads and a lot of like oranges and broccoli, you are gonna gain fat. Like the only way you can lose fat is if you're in a caloric deficit, even if you eat like salads or avocados or burgers or fries. If you want to lose fat, be in a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, be in a caloric surplus. It's thermodynamics. Ooh, feels good saying the word thermodynamics. Where's the cap? I feel like a genius just using such big words. Okay, if you don't take protein powder, you can still make gains, and that is true. Protein powder is only a supplement, like provided like if it's only there to supplement your diet, like if your diet is low in protein, and that is quite common for people who are the Indian Asian ethnicity, because like generally like our diet is generally low in protein, so a scoop of protein would be really beneficial. And for some people, like if your diet's already high in protein, if you're meeting the protein requirements, if you're going 0.6 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, you are good. You don't need to take protein powder. But like if your diet is generally low in protein, you can take a scoop and then just put in your shaker and then just shake it. If you have more fat, it is easier to convert that into muscle. Fat is a completely different molecular structure than muscle itself. So in order to build muscle, you have to build it up from the ground zero just by training. And like if you're gonna make new muscle cells, it's gonna be built from ground zero. It's not gonna be coming from your fat. So like whenever you train, it's gonna just build more of your natural muscle which you already have. So like it's going to break down the muscle that was broken down when you were training, and it's going to replace it with just bigger muscle cells and not from your fat. Sit-ups are the best exercise to flatten the stomach, and this is false. There's no way, there's no certain exercise for you to reduce body fat. There's no side crunches, there's no jumping jacks to reduce fat on your, like you can't do side crunches to reduce fat on your love handles, you can't do sit-ups to reduce fat on your stomach. There's no exercise to reduce fat in a certain area, and there's no way you can spot reduce fat. The only way you can reduce fat is by reducing body fat as an overall thing, and that is by being in a caloric deficit, by eating less calories than what your body burns on a daily basis. And that's the only way you lose overall body fat. And like over time, once you lose that body fat, place where you want to lose body fat will over time just keep decreasing. So that's the only way you will actually drop down your body fat. So last question, if you snort pre-workout, your chances of gains are going to increase, and this is true. So once you snort pre-workout, it's going to just travel down your body at a quicker rate than just drinking it. So like it's going to travel down to your veins more quickly. You're going to have much more of a filthy pump. I'm just joking, that was just a joke. Like don't follow it, don't snort pre-workout. I don't encourage snorting it. Like it's from previous experience, it's a very painful experience, and it doesn't help as much. Better just shotgunning it. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Please smash a like if you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Love you guys to bits. See you guys on the next video.